Hey everybody, welcome to the Stuff I Never Knew Trivia Game Show podcast. This is a special battle of the Armstrong All-Stars. I'm Jeff, I'm your host. Let's hear that theme music.
That is correct. You are correct. You are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. You are right. That is correct.
That is correct. And as you know, on this show, we get right into it. And I have a special round one planned for you tonight, because tonight we have three hosts joining us from different Armstrong channels, different shows on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. And we got a special round one because we have one thing in common: our producer, David Fedor. So in round one, I'm going to read you a quote. You have to tell me, was that quote said by comedy legend Dave Chappelle or our Armstrong Neighborhood Channel producer, David Fedor? We're all familiar with David's witty banter, and we all know Dave Chappelle. So this should be a lot of fun. We're going to go with the order I have on the scorecard: Marilyn, Dominick, and Mary. Marilyn, are you ready?
I am ready.
Who said this? The hardest thing to do is to be true to yourself, especially when everybody is watching. Was that Dave Chappelle or Armstrong Neighborhood Channel producer David Fedor?
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle is correct. Correct. Over to Dominick. You know you must be doing something right if old people like you.
I'll go with David Fedor.
David Fedor is incorrect. Incorrect. That was Dave Chappelle.
Dominick, I'd agree with you.
He may have said that. And to Mary, I'm cool with failing so long as I know that there are people around me that love me unconditionally. Was that David Fedor?
David Fedor.
David Fedor is incorrect. Incorrect. It was Dave Chappelle. We'll go back to Marilyn. The world can't tell you who you are. You just have to figure out who you are and be there for better or worse.
I'm going to go with David Fedor.
David Fedor is incorrect. Incorrect. Over to Dominick. It was Dave Chappelle on that one. Did David Fedor say, I don't care if I ever work in TV again, or was that Dave Chappelle?
Sounds like something David Fedor would say, but I'll go Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle is correct. Correct. Over to Mary. Everyone around me says, you're a genius. You're great. That's your voice, but I'm not sure if they're right. Was that Dave Chappelle or David Fedor?
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle is correct. Correct. Back to Marilyn. You know, be able to do something great in your life, you're going to have to realize your failures. You're going to have to embrace them and figure out how to overcome it.
Well, David Fedor had to have said something, so I'm going with David Fedor.
David Fedor is incorrect. It was Dave Chappelle. Over to Dominick. I enjoy my own thoughts sometimes.
This is the most basic of quotes, so that seems like something Dave Fedor would say, but I still go Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle is correct. Correct. And the last one to Mary. I care about the work I do, but I'm not going to say that money's not an issue.
Okay, I'm going to say Dave Fedor.
Dave Fedor is incorrect. They were all Dave Chappelle quotes. I never listened to David Fedor. So let's see how we did after the first round. We have a very close game. Marilyn and Mary with 1 and Dominick with 2.
Ooh.
Dominick, we're going to move you to the hot seat first. Dominick, welcome to the show.
Well, hello there, Jeff. How are you doing?
Doing well. Glad you could join us. We know you have a show on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, our show is Bikes and Hikes. Me and Dave Fedor go out and hike and bike areas all around Western PA, on and off the trails. We've went in caves, we've went on mountains, we've went in lakes, we've tipped over in boats. My co-host Dave has fell down way too many times, hit his head a few, and we even went in a jail cell one time. So we've been a lot of places. So I would hope anybody would check it out.
Where was the favorite place you've been to in any of the seasons so far?
Okay, my favorite was a place called Witch's Tunnel, and it was the creepiest place. It looked like something you would see in Shrek. The water was green, and it was an old abandoned train track tunnel somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And we went on a journey. We had heard about this, so some of the things you hear about for years and years, and we kept walking in the woods until we found it. And there it was, the weirdest, creepiest tunnel, and like a marsh. And that's my favorite.
Well, Dominic, I have a question for you.
That's okay.
Are you ready for the hot seat?
I am.
In this round, you're going to pick your category.
Dave
And now
Fedor.
the categories have nothing to do with the questions, but they'll have something to do at the end. We're going to play a little game. The categories are a close shave, up in the air, or ouchie wouchie.
Okay. I thought that said Uchi.
Oochie woochie. That'll get cut.
Yeah.
Did you pick a category?
I was supposed to. Okay, up in the air.
Yeah.
I gotta see what Uchi Woochie is then.
Oochie woochie for Dominic. So I'm going to ask you 4 questions, and the answers to those 4 questions will tie together to be a bonus point. And then when we're done with that, we're going to do the name 5 bonus question, where I'm going to give you a category like name 5 spices in your spice cabinet. You'll have 10 seconds on the clock to tell me salt, pepper, cumin, garlic powder, onion powder. See, that was fun. Let's go to your first Oochie Woochie question. If someone is lost for words, you could say that the cats got their blank.
I'm supposed to answer tongue.
This tongue is the answer. That's correct.
Okay.
So keep these answers in mind. Your second one, in which part of your body might you have a grommet inserted?
Well, this sounds negative, so I'll go my ear.
Ear
That's
is
the only thing I accept.
correct. Tongue and ear. Your third question, which part of your body is also known as the navel?
I'm leaning towards belly button, but I'll go nose.
The belly button, it was on the nose. Belly button was correct. You got 2 out of 3 so far. And your last question, if you keep out of trouble, you keep your blank clean. Is that belly button?
Nose.
Nose clean. Nose is correct. So your ouchie wouchie, what ties together tongue, ear, belly button, and nose?
What ties together tongue, ear, belly button, and nose?
And your category clue is ouchie wouchie.
Okay. I have no idea, Jeff. None idea.
Can I answer?
I
Everybody's on the edge of their seat. We don't have stealing, but I'll count down from 3, 2, 1. Mary and Marilyn, say it.
Piercing.
Piercing.
places.
Places you can get pierced. Ouchie wouchie.
Okay.
We have a name 5 bonus question coming up, Dominic. You're not out of the hot seat yet. Dominic, I'm going to put 10 seconds on the clock. Name 5 things a cop might say to you and go.
Freeze. Hands up, hands behind your back, hands on the car. Have a good day, sir. The speed limit was 55.
How many of those were from experience? You got all 5. Very well played, Dominic. I think you got 9 of the 10 points. Now let's move Mary to the hot seat. Mary, welcome to the show.
Hi, glad to be here.
Well, so glad to have you. Tell us a little bit about your show on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
So people who inspire, right, we interview people in our community who are living extraordinary lives. So they could be within our community or they could be outside of our community as well. But the one thing they all have in common is that they're living extraordinary lives. And really the goal of the show is to provide hope and encouragement through the stories of people all around us. So,
Very nice. Do you have
yeah.
a story that resonates with you that you
Well,
really love sharing?
we got to talk to some very interesting people, and among them was Mr. McFeely from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and just to be able to share a little bit about like working with Mr. Rogers and so much of the behind the scenes stories that he had to share, and so I thought that was pretty cool. And Art McGann, who was 100 years old and was in town for his party. And so that was a lot of fun. So yeah, they all have something interesting about them. The Bowers and the cancer journey that their family was going through. They all have a resilience and just a way to encourage people. So yeah.
Very nice.
Mhm.
I have another question for you, Mary.
Okay.
Are you ready for the hot seat?
Yes, I'm ready.
So you have 2 categories remaining: a close shave or up in the air. Which category would you like?
Up in the air.
Up in the air.
Mhm.
Let's see what your categories will reveal, and the answers will give you a bonus question at the end. Let's see how they tie together. Mary, one of the Doors' hit songs is Riders on the Blank.
Riders on the Wave.
Riders on the Wave is incorrect. It's the
Storm.
Storm. Riders on the... I don't know if we have the rights to that song, so I won't sing it. That's the real reason why I don't sing on this show.
No, now I remember that. Mm.
In 1952, Gene Kelly and Debbie Reynolds were singing in the
Rain.
Singing in the Rain is correct. Our third question: Portobello, hen of the wood, and shiitake are 3 types of which fungi? Portobello, I believe.
No idea.
Portobello, those are
It's a mushroom.
they at the buzzer. Mushroom is correct. You got the point. Well played.
Okay.
And Harry Potter's racing broomstick is called a blank 2000.
It would have paid for me to watch Harry Potter.
Well,
don't
keep in
know.
mind, sometimes you can use the answers from the other questions to help you put it together. You had storm, rain, mushroom,
Okay.
and we have 3 seconds.
Storm.
Storm is incorrect. Nimbus. So what ties together storm, rain, mushroom, and nimbus? It's always harder when you're in the hot seat.
This not the sky.
Close.
It's
You're
up
in the
in the
ballpark.
air. Huh?
You're combine the two. Air and sky makes
Wind.
wind blows around white puffy things.
It's clouds.
Clouds is correct. Types of clouds is correct. So Mary, we have a 5-point bonus question.
Okay.
I'll put 10 seconds on the clock. Name 5 animals that start with the letter C and go.
Cat. Cat.
And that's time. You got a point. That's very good. We have 30 points in the final round, so there's still a lot more points coming.
Good.
Let's go to Marilyn in the hot seat.
Hi.
Welcome back to the
Thank you.
show. I heard you were defending a title. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes. I won by I think 1 point last time.
1 point. Well, tell us a little bit about your show on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
It's Around the Town with Marilyn Forbes, and we've been doing it for about 12 years now. David and I have been together since he's joined the station, and we have a lot of fun. We go to different places and talk to different people. We do different things. We kind of like to say that we bring the outside to your living room.
Very nice. Very nice. Do you have of the 12 years, do you have an episode or a story that really sticks out that people should try to go back and find?
Well, actually, I'm really proud of David and I's Falling Water episode that we did last year. David won a lot of awards for it, and it was really cool because it was the second time that I filmed there. But this time we actually got like a really great, it was pretty much a one-on-one, well, at David, one-on-one private tour of Falling Water. And it was just, it was magical. It was great. And then recently we got to fly in Life Flight, which was fun because we had been putting that show together. Logistics, it took us about 3 months, back and forth with everything. And the whole time they kept saying, you're not going to go up in the air. And we kept saying, oh, that's okay. We just want people to, just see like what Life Flight's about, what to expect if, heaven forbid, they ever have to, meet them. And about 2 hours into it, the pilot came over and said, I just need you to sign some things. And we're like, what are you talking about? And I looked at David and I'm like, oh my God, I think they're taking us up. And it was really windy that day, like crazy windy, but it was an experience. David and I got to fly very unexpectedly, and it was cool.
Awesome. I know David will link all those highlights from all the shows in the show notes. Make sure you click through the links to explore some other shows on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Marilyn, are you ready for the hot seat?
I'm ready.
All right. So the only category remaining is a close shave. So something will tie together after your first 4 answers. Your first question: name the action star known for killing bad guys in the XXX and flipping cars in the Fast and the Furious.
I have no idea. Let me think here. I don't know. The guy that died, I think. No. I don't know his name. I don't know.
It is.
No idea.
Vin Diesel. Okay. Our second question: which Indian activist once said, "An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind"?
Gandhi.
Gandhi is correct. Okay. Which famous tennis player from Las Vegas is married to Steffi Graf?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
It is Andre Agassi.
I knew that. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right.
And our last question for you: who is the arch enemy of Austin Powers?
Oh my heavens. Why can't I have the mushroom ones? I don't know. Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. Close. It's Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil. So your category is a close shave. What ties together Vin Diesel, Gandhi, Andre Agassi, and Dr. Evil?
They're all bald.
They're all bald men is correct. Correct. Yeah, that was it. The close shave.
Oh, I get it now. Okay. All right.
All right, Marilyn, we have your name 5 bonus question. I'll put 10 seconds on the clock. Marilyn, name 5 games kids play at recess and go.
Tag, hide and seek, basketball, baseball, frisbee.
You got 5 for 5. Let's go over to that scoreboard and see how our contestants are doing. We have a very close game because we still have 30 points coming your way in the final round. We have Mary with 5, Marilyn with 8, and Dominick leading the board with 10 points total so far. Let's go to that final round. All right, in this round, I'm going to play a series of videos for you and ask you a very basic question, like who am I, where am I, what am I? And then I'm going to read a series of clues to help you get to that answer. You can buzz in when you think you know it. If you buzz in on the first clue, that's worth 3 points. The second clue is worth 2 points. And the last clue is worth 1 point. Now, when you buzz in and you're right, you're going to earn the points. But if you're wrong, we're going to subtract those points from your total. And to help everybody at home know who's buzzing in, I've asked each of my guests to bring their own buzzer. Let's start with Dominick. Let's hear your buzzer. He's got the harmonica.
Mhm.
And to Marilyn, the cowbell is back. And to Mary, a metal pot with the metal spoon. So there we go. Everybody knows their buzzers. Buzz in when you think you know it. And just as a word of caution, the producer likes a little disclaimer on this section. My clues and my pictures may not line up. I may or may not try to trick you. They may or may not help you get to the right answer. So let's go to that first one. Who am I? This is a who am I? I'll read 3 questions and you'll see a little scale on the side that tells you how much time's left. I travel with a bathroom scale because I was obsessed with my weight. If you think you know it, buzz in. That's a very vague clue. But our second clue, I'm the only U.S. president to have won a Pulitzer Prize and a Purple Heart. Dominic,
You want me to answer? No.
you buzzed in.
Okay, JFK.
JFK is correct. Correct. Well played for 2 points. Our second question tonight. Which musician am I? We're looking for a musician. Our first clue. My songs often have Christian themes. Okay, I helped you narrow it down a little bit, but let's go to the next clue. My band, active since 1976, holds the distinction of being awarded more Grammys than any other band. Our third clue. I am almost never seen without my sunglasses, and I am said to be one of the most philanthropic musicians ever. This is Dominic. Before, for 1 point.
I'm going to go U2.
U2. Which musician am I?
Bono.
Bono is correct for
Good
1
job,
point. 1
Dominic.
point. With a half a millisecond to spare. You buzzed in right before it switched. Our third question, what am I? I'm looking for a what? I've been banned throughout history for religious reasons, but I was baptized by Pope Clement VIII. Our second clue for 2 points. I have been shown to reduce the risks of dementia and Alzheimer's. Threw a curveball on that one. And our third clue, Brazil and Vietnam are the world's largest producers of me. Mary.
Wine.
Wine is incorrect.
I was so sure.
I thought that was a good guess.
Thanks.
In this case, my picture is not misleading you. Those are coffee beans. That's coffee. Coffee is the correct answer. All right, number 4 tonight. Who am I? Another who. I was in office for only 2 years. I was in office for only 2 years. Our second clue. I established Thanksgiving as a national holiday. I was in office for 2 years and established Thanksgiving. Dominic's thinking for, oh, wait. My hat made me over 7 feet tall. Dominic.
Ah.
Go ahead.
That's
Dominic.
our man, Honest Abe.
Honest Abraham
Oh.
Lincoln is correct. Correct. Very well played. So we're moving right along here tonight. Who am I? Another who. This one's a little scarier. Who am I? I've appeared in close to 200 films. Our second clue for 2 points. I have a New York accent and can outsmart anyone who antagonizes me. Hands on your buzzer. I know this is the giveaway here. My most well-known lines are, "Of course you realize this means war, and I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque." Oh, I thought that was the giveaway. It's Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny. Oh, darn.
Yeah. I guess I could have said, "What's up, Doc?" too. But
Yeah, definitely.
where
would've
am
gotten
I? Where am I? We're looking for a where. It took 14 years and 400 people to create me. And Dominick's thinking about it.
Mm.
I was originally meant to feature Lewis and Clark and Buffalo Bill. Dominick.
I'm going for it, man. Mount
Go for
Rushmore.
I was gonna say
Mount Rushmore is correct. I put sunglasses on
Dominick,
Abraham
killing
Lincoln.
us.
Mhm.
Jeff gave me the answers before.
He made a small donation. Question number 8. What am I? I'm looking for a what. I was fashioned after a Roman goddess, and there are multiple versions of me around the world. Our second clue for 2 points. I was used as a lighthouse from 1884 to 1902. Our third clue for 1 point. I was a gift from France in 1886. I heard cowbell.
Me. Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty is correct.
Just said the second one.
2 questions remaining. What am I? I'm looking for a what? Oh, there we go. What am I? I spun off both the Discover card and Allstate Insurance. What am I? Who would have thought? I built the tallest building in the world in 1969. Marilyn.
Sears.
Sears is correct. Sears for 2 points. And our final question of the night. We're going out with a who. Who am I? I was in Sleepless in Seattle. Old Dominick with the fake out. Our second clue for 2 points. I take up less than a city block, but have my own zip code. Dominick.
I'm going the Space Needle.
The Space Needle is in Maryland.
The Eiffel Tower. Not the Eiffel Tower. Oh my gosh. No. The Empire State Building.
The Eiffel State Building is correct. The Empire State Building. Let's go to that scoreboard and see how we finish tonight. We have Maryland with 13. Dominick edging out by 1 point.
Got me by 1.
Points. Dominick has unseated the returning champion. Congratulations, Dominick. Let's go around one more time. Tell us your show and where they can watch it on Armstrong Channel 100 in Maryland.
My show is Around the Town with Marilyn Forbes. It's on whenever David wants to run it, and I hope it's all the time. We have a lot of fun. We go a lot of places, and watch us, please.
To Mary.
People Who Inspire can be found on Armstrong channels 20, 100, but also on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel and wherever else Armstrong chooses to place it.
And to the new champ.
Thank you. First, I want to thank all the little people. And, our show is called Bikes and Hikes. And one of the things we say at the end of every episode is that remember, memories are just a bike and hike away. So get out there and enjoy the outdoors.
Awesome. Let's dance our way out of here.